Hello there and welcome to the Voyage. Our annual trip north to the Whitsundays is well underway. 10 boats, 600 nautical miles and 1,000 memories.
Dad.
Come on, now, go.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go, Dad.
For most, the end of August each year just can't come quick enough, as family and friends of princess owners gather to embark on one of the world's great aquatic adventures. From Queensland's Gold Coast up the Great Sandy Straits, along the inside of the world-famous Gari, Fraser Island, into Bundaberg, and then something quite unique. A destination that would stop any mariner in his or her tracks. Lady Musgrave Island. Mother Nature has done a dead-set job here. A coral lagoon, 16 hectares or 35 acres wide, with a keyhole entry that awaits those that wish to visit. A perfect calm water anchorage with the most amazing azure waters. Whales and mantas on the outside, turtles and tropical fish of every description on the inside makes this a safe and comfortable anchorage that's really hard to leave. We've timed our entry to coincide with the low tide, which will help with determining our anchorages tonight. Our plan is to stay at least one night here to really soak up all that Lady Musgrave has to offer. So it's about time that we introduce you to this year's group of intrepid mariners, making the journey north to Hamilton Island and ultimately onto Hayman for this year's Princess Yachts Australia rendezvous. The fleet, starting with Michael and Carly's Majestic, is a very newish F55. High stakes with our Kiwi mates on board is a Princess V57. Paloma is the latest and greatest V55 from Princess and only a few months old. Elevation is a Princess P60. Matt's pride and joy is his second Princess in just 12 months. There's Will's F55 Time, another stunning Princess yacht and the first one of its type to land in Australia. Liquid Fix is Ben and Nicole's V52. Old hands at this is their third time with us on Trip North. Paul, Alicia and son Kian are debuting on the well-named Keyframe, and Daydream is a similar P52, one with Volvos and the other powered by Caterpillars. Viva is a V58 with a great story. Trip North is ultimately about getting the boats to Hayman Island for the rendezvous later this year. Viva's owner couldn't do it this trip, so his best mate Chris jumped at the chance to sit in the driver's seat and is enjoying the spoils. This is something that the Princess Yachts Australia team is also capable of helping out with if time is tight. Last but not least is Q&A, a new Y72, which has been optioned to make the most of a trip like this. From umbrellas on the swim platform to the fully optioned high-performance tender designed for lots of activities, this vessel is made for blue water cruising. It's also the perfect platform for an afternoon gathering of all of this year's participants to come together to talk about the day's events, strategise over the rest of the trip and watch sunset over the remarkable Lady Musgrave Island and its beautiful lagoon. And everyone's here. The tender trail says it all. The flybridge of the Y72 is the place to be as the Great Barrier Reef Sunset Show begins. Next morning, and weather conditions are even better, with virtually no wind and glass-out conditions 80 kilometres out to sea. Matt and his mates are enjoying some early morning foiling in the lagoon. While some of the fleet have decided to push onto Roslyn Bay further north, a few of our boats have decided to stay at Lady Musgrave for another day. And so it's time for something we haven't done on the voyage. It's time to go fishing. We decide to leave our tender tied to Viva, and within a few minutes, we've converted the swim platform of the Y72 to a fishing platform. Rods are rigged, confidence is high, and we're ready for action. Departing Lady Musgrave Lagoon for some marks further east that Greg has fished before. The Garmin MFD gives us a great view of what's going on down below, and within seconds of hitting the bottom on our first drop, it's fish on.
Now this is something that we've been wanting to do on the voyage for a while. We've been here literally 1 second. This is the first drop of the day and we've got a fish on. So not a big fish, and there is a huffer. These are beautiful little fish.
Yes, the few mods to the swim platform have the Y72 doing things that not many have witnessed on a boat of this luxury and style. And while we're being very careful not to get scales on the teak, the fish keep coming.
I don't even know. Suck fish. It's a fish. It's a remora. It's come off a big shark. Go under that rod. Pull that rod out, yeah.
Are we going up on the dock board? Do you want to put a mat down or something?
The colour of these little trout, just incredible. He's not legal, so he's going back in. There he goes.
As if the colours of the reef and ocean here aren't enough, the wild explosion, reds, yellows and pinks in these fish, like this trout, have to be seen to be believed. And it seems that we aren't the only Princess crew to be catching fish. What a day it's been. Late afternoon, back in the lagoon, and a few inquisitive locals have turned up to see if there are any treats about.
Here he comes. Got it. Hang on. See ya.
And the same can be said for the Princess team, who are now heading over to the pontoon for a sunset drink and some delicious sashimi. Chris and Anthea aboard Viva are almost as colourful as the fish that we've seen today. This is Anthea's first time to Lady Musgrave, and she is impressed, to say the least.
Snorkeling's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best here I've ever done. And I've done a bit of snorkeling, but yeah, this doesn't get me out. Fraser was a highlight,
Yeah.
and the beach fire.
Did you see some dingoes?
Certainly did. They came right up. Just the remoteness and the people and all the boats, and it is so nice travelling in a convoy.
So there you have it, a small portal into just a couple of extraordinary days with an extraordinary bunch of people having a great time. Lady Musgrave Lagoon is for many a favourite place on earth, and she's really shown herself off in her best light over the last 48 hours. The Princess Yachts Australia Trip North Fleet will continue on from here, but sadly, that's all the time we have today on the voyage. If you'd like more info about the range of Princess Yachts, get in touch with Greg and the team at Princess Yachts Australia. And for more on Garmin electronics, head to their website. Next time on the voyage, it's the rendezvous from beautiful Hayman Island. We'll see you then.